Hello my dear baby and everyone else, and welcome back. So here we are, having just been in the Chantry building, and so let's see. Let me just refresh all the stuff I have. Yeah, all of this crap. 62 out of 90. We probably need to sell some of this because I don't want to risk running out of the inventory space. Bronze symbol of Andastra. Yeah, it's still interesting. I still don't have anything better than a Darkspawn weapon, so that's not very nice. Interesting how, yeah, I just noticed that Morriganthrope have cold resistance when, you know, I don't think they are resisting cold much, but that's okay. Okay. Alright then, let's continue. Where was I? Oh, came from that direction. Ah yeah, the dog that I took is a cat. And then the board. Okay, so yeah, to get rid of the bandits. Did I
brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would...
Oh!
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis.
Yeah.
Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Can you beat this of a sister? You don't think you are being unscrupulous?
Would it help these folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving.
I think you can compromise.
Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you for your generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
Morrigan disapproves. Yeah. because she have this, yeah, she basically said it out loud this time, that survival of the fittest is point of view. It has been hinted before, it looks so, and I had that impression, but yeah, she just barked it out loud. So with this mean that with, yeah, things like this she won't like if I am trying to be just a honorable guy. Well, that's okay. I will still do what is the best. What is I consider to be the best. Oh, and the locked chest, probably of yours. Well, if you don't mind.
And so I shall.
And so I shall. A fruit. Take it.
Of course.
Of course. Short bow. Take it. I mean, this is the least that you can do. Anything else around here? But yeah, I was just thinking of...
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
I am indeed.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
I was just checking out my inventory and thinking of selling some of my extra stuff. I mean, really, when will I need these lesser stars? I mean, Laura warned me not to sell everything, but yeah, increases resistance for sword duration. Yeah, I really don't see the use of this, especially not on easy difficulty. And well, I am having some money, but yeah, I am not having much, and I just gave away 30 to the Reverend Mother. Yeah, that's funny how the Templar gave me 20, but then I gave 30 to the Reverend Mother. Enchants of awareness. Bonus to defense. Lifestone. Yeah, all of this stuff are probably here for crafting stuff. Yeah, but how about these axes and stuff? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't need to keep these. And the mace. The balanced greatsword is still great because basically I can give it to any warrior with 200 skills. However, it is also true that well, any warrior with 200 skills will have strength enough to handle these probably. So yeah, I still will keep it. It could be useful. And this one, well, yeah, let's keep it. I don't need all of these short bows, and the M, not very good. The magic staff. This was Morrigan's original weapon. Well, now I gave her something much better. Yeah, and you can see that this is just a crappy base version by this only 35 silver. So yeah, well, it says tier 3, but mine is tier 4 that I gave to Morrigan, so yeah. Leather ham. Oh. Scale boots. Oh, wait, let me see. Check this out. So we have a studded helmet. Oh. And this one is cured. Oh yeah, I remember now. Okay, yeah. That, that this one is funny looking and yeah, I have +3 physical resistance. So yeah.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something?
Yeah, I am.
All right. Just
well,
don't
actually,
buy
I'm
everything.
selling you my crap. But Yeah, so this can go, the scale boost, the chainmail. Oh! Oh, I just remember that I'm going to find Liliana in the tavern. I didn't went there. I went to everyone else instead. As I arrived in the village. So maybe I should not just sell all my crap. Because then... Yeah, Liliana doesn't have armor. Oh. Crap. Well, at least I have enough money now that I can sell. These crystals. I don't know what they are for. The wolf pelts. I'm pretty sure I can just sell these. I mean, yeah, taking my inventory space. Okay, this is about enough. Anything interesting that I can buy from you? Well, I can buy my stuff back. Darmisu. There is a nice crossbow, but I don't have the strength. Firebolt. And then some more wine. For 24. Huh. That's cheap. I hope it's not as cheap. I hope it doesn't mean it's as cheap wine, because then it won't be a good gift. A flask of red wine. Well, I will buy this one. Yeah, I'm still having all my crap. Some of these are gift items. Which are those? Well, here. Pound cakes for 0 bronze. But yeah. So yeah, I don't think I saw a merchant before with gifts to buy. I don't remember. My memory is crappy. Any of you I have been talking with?
I can't believe that Canary creature isn't dead yet.
Oh, the canary.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be
We came
safe.
here to get away from the madness.
Interesting, so yeah. And you got any
I'm
new
just here to
dialogue?
keep
No.
watch.
Okay, so I seems like I missed that group of people there. Okay. Anything I might have missed here? Don't think so. Any new dialogue?
What do you need? Ask away.
No.
Yes?
Yes. Something personal, never mind. Oh, why was this blinking? I don't know. Maybe because I was talking to them? I don't know. Anyhow, what's next? So I sold my crap. I have wine now. Oh yeah, I remember. The approval change. Yeah, Morrigan's decrease 21, that's pretty good. Interesting that here it says +3 neutral, but with Morrigan it's just +21 without saying anything else. And Toby's +100 friendly. Oh, good boy. Can you find something? No, that's okay, that's part of the course, little buddy. Oh, I will miss you. I'm gonna find Liliana soon, and then you will not be able to come with me anymore. You will have to rest and guard. Yeah, you will be the camp guard. Okay, that will be your duty. Ah, yes. Someone, has to guard the camp, and while the 4 of us can go around, you can guard the camp. That's a good duty. And look at those doggos.
I have a wonder, Alistair,
Oh?
if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the two of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey
Right.
Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact,
Yeah.
you defer to a new recruit. Is
Yeah.
this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
Ah.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
Yeah, I mean, Morrigan is right here. That yeah, at least with 6 months we know Alistair is senior to me. And yet he's, you know, doing what I am telling him to do. And yeah, look, even, you know, height-wise, you know, especially with our opponents, I look the younger guy. As the motherfucker I just talked about my baby Laura, about the age thing, that Alistair is 18, and the way my character is in the origin story and the way I look, I could be even like 15 or 16. So yeah, height-wise, of course, you know, not that it would matter that much. We have, you know, basically the same height. But yeah. Yeah, but Morrigan is right here. I mean, I don't exactly agree with her views on the world of survival of the fittest, but she is right that Alistair could easily take charge. He seems within all right to do that. Yet he is letting me to lead. And yeah, if what he said is right, and there's that's great, I didn't
As you
notice.
desire.
If what Alistair said is the truth, then yeah. Oh, gift. Wow, that's great. I didn't miss this. I almost did. Golden Psyche, 490, black. Battlefield Spirit maintains a chill even in direct sunlight, which it appears to absorb. Optimal serving is by the drop. Contact with exposed flesh is discouraged but likely inevitable. What? Exposed flesh is discouraged but likely. Huh. So this is, yeah, this is like a very strong liquor then. And we got a flask. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. Do you sell flask? I mean, yeah, that's one thing I
suppose you're looking
forgot,
to
that,
buy
yeah,
something.
that's something I need for all the crafting.
All right. Just don't buy everything up.
I didn't pay attention. Why I'm not paying attention? Acid flask, that's a grenade. No, there's no flask. Of course. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Suave. So yeah, many things I can learn from this first playthrough. One of them is, other than the backpack, that was a good buy, and also buy a flask. I mean, they are, as far as I remember, very cheap, and they are needed to craft. So yeah. What else? Oh yeah, the mage. I gave the circular mage that I got in the tower the shoes, and then I lost the shoes. And maybe even in the bandits, there was the option there to, okay, give me everything that you got, and I didn't choose it. So yeah, I mean, I have pretty good amount of money, especially since I'm not buying anything. So yeah, but I don't know. Would still be able to kill them after wars they gave me? I don't know. I didn't want to risk that. Okay. Many quest markers. Aha. Here we are.
brother that fell at Ostagar. Hope we're not next.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
Please, we came here to get away from the
I
fighting.
brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe. Many did.
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
Ah, yeah, the soldiers. Okay.
They're not here to defend us. They were looking for someone before they started drinking. I hear they almost killed a man because they didn't like his face. I wonder if they're deserters from the King's army.
No.
Same reason the Chantry's full, packed with people who fled their homes. The tavern keeper's letting folks sleep on the floors, but he can only fit so many. And those soldiers are getting restless. Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organize. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits.
I did.
I hear someone gave them what they deserved.
Yeah.
Wasn't you, was it?
Yes, that was me.
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
It's nothing. Helpful refugee.
Got a brother that fell at Ostagar.
Did you speak to that knight
Hope we're not
yesterday?
next.
Said he was from Redcliffe.
He talked to everyone in the tavern. How are we
Chainmail boots.
supposed to know where the urn of sacred ashes is? Might as well ask us how to get to the moon.
He said the all the Redcliffe knights were looking for it, as if they didn't have anything better to do. I don't get it. So how is it that Terran Logain survived when even the Grey Wardens didn't make it out of that place down south?
I heard he saw just in time what those Grey Wardens were doing and saved his men. He's a hero, that's what he is.
Too bad he couldn't save poor King Kaelin. Blast those Grey Wardens, they deserve what they got and more.
I'll say. First they drag the king down there, and then they throw him to the wolves. It's no wonder it all went bad.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men.
Right.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a fellow by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't
Leliana
seen
is there.
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble.
She has
These
a
are no
sword.
doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
No, don't you threaten Leliana.
I doubt he would listen. He blindly follows his master's commands.
I am not the blind one. I served in Ostagar, where the Turn saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk. Take the Warden into custody. Kill the sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
No, you won't.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Oops. Oh. Okay, Leliana is helping us out. Okay, let's see. He's not the enemy. So there are those two archers there. And then these guys. Yeah, probably we need to focus down the commander. But Toby, you should charge around and get that soldier. Mulligan there, okay. Okay, Winter. Still you combat him while we attack him. Great, cool. Okay, no, don't move. Just give him a lightning, shall you? approaching me. Let's have a horror for him. Okay, and move around. Okay. Dirty fight. Toby, what are you doing? Didn't I told you to attack the archers? Oh yeah, and Alistair is under shield fire. We are looking good. Give him a shield pummel. Okay, we have interrupted both archers, that's good. Okay, we are beating them.
Make a
Yeah, Alistair is being back attacked by that guy, that's not the best, and Toby is having to deal with 2 archers. But at least they are not firing their bows. I still have 1 flash, but yeah. I would like to reserve that as a grenade. And my poisons. Yeah, I'm beating them.
It's a good day.
Alright, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
You're right, I don't want them reporting to Lockhane.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
They were going to kill us.
But they failed. And I do not wish death on anyone.
Yeah, I killed the bandits because I didn't want them to report. And then I told the Chantry Mother and the Templar leader that we are Grey Warden because they were trustworthy. But now Leliana is begging me basically not to kill them. Okay, then take a message to Lockhane.
What do you want to tell him?
Grey Wardens don't know what really happened. Well, there is basically 2 of us in the Ferelden, so yeah, it's not like we will get help. Probably not. That point has been hammered in that we are not going to get help. Not from outside of Ferelden, not against Lockhane, not against the Blight. So yeah, he will have to do better than this. He will pay for what he done. We are coming from here, yes.
I'll tell him right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
It's alright, I was happy to save your life.
Save my life? I assure you, I can handle myself.
And who are you anyhow?
Let me introduce myself. I am Leliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I am Joan, a pleasure.
Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along.
Why so eager to come with me?
The Maker told me to.
The what? Right there, Billy, this is where I back away slowly. Can you elaborate?
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream, a vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Yeah. Very well, I will not turn away help when it is offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Oh, believe me so. Oh yeah, and here we are. Sorry, Doggo, you have to stay behind.
Indeed.
Indeed. Aha. Oh, but I would prefer the mage to be the last spot. Here.
Blast and damnation.
Blood and damnation.
Blast it.
Okay. Oh, you know, level 7 rogue. She's a rogue. Okay.
Yes.
Well, then the tank can be on the second
Indeed.
space, right on the third.
Indeed.
Indeed. Okay. Okay, I prefer it this way. No! No, I want Lariana to be...
Blast and damnation.
Of all the... Indeed.
There, okay.
Indeed.
Indeed. No! Why this...
Blast and damnation.
What if I do it this way?
Indeed.
Ah, okay, okay. This works. Okay. So one of the first things I should do is check out Leliana, but not the way you think. Rogue and Bard. She's already having specialization, Bard. 0 approval. Probably she would not like if I have killed a man. Yeah, she have no armor, so yeah, I should. Skills first. Pickpocketing? What? And she have the poison making too. It's not very good. She have the same skill. At least she can use poisons too. And level 2 combat training. Interesting, she have stealing. Talents. Oh no, she have the same deft hands too. That means that my 2 points is a waste. I mean, yeah, probably it is. So yeah, that was a mistake that I went for this. I should have just picked anyone else. Probably it was a mistake for me going straight for the level 4 coercion too. I should have first, you know, maybe after the second level or maybe after the third level I should have went for the level 2 combat training so I would be able to get more archery skills. Anyhow, as I said, you know, things that you learn after your first play. So let's see abilities. Song of Valor. Ancient Tale of Warriors Heroes, granting the party bonuses to mana or stamina regeneration. So mana or stamina regeneration. They are at a rate affected by the bard's cunning. The bard can only sing one song at a time. Okay, so that's the bard ability. like always to have the righteous strike, and she have dirty fighting and below the belt and the left hands, and she have archery too. So we know these two: crippling shot, reduce attack and defense, normal damage, and the shattering sword, weak spot in target armor, normal damage, and imposes armor penalty. So it's good against armored targets. Okay, let's settle this in some sort of order. Yeah, this seems like a good thing to activate. Stamina regeneration or mana, I don't know how it works. And then yeah, primarily she should be archer. Two-pinning shot, crippling shot for someone who is in melee combat probably, and shattering shot against armored target. And yeah, she have the rapid shot too. I mean, then these two, if she gets into melee, and then stealing. Oh yeah, and then I need to equip her with the healing items. Oh yeah, and she also have the poison skill, which means I should also give her the poisons and the grenade too. Oh yeah, and aha, yes, Laura told me I can do this. Great. So yeah. I mean, I can put these here by each other as long as I have everything here that I need to. Okay, so this is the minimum. Oh, where did the pickpocketing went? Oh, I wasn't on the same spot, same character. Yeah. Yeah, I am not paying enough attention. I don't know why I want to pay enough attention. I don't know what's wrong with me. Yeah, I was in my character. Oh my. Oh. Yeah, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. And I am having play here, and yet for the stress I am just not paying the amount of attention I want to. Yeah, and I was like, oh, where's the pickpocketing went? And then I didn't notice that it was my character. Same thing with Alistair's sword. When I was messing around with the poison, I unequipped Alistair's sword as I wanted to apply my poison on his sword, and I couldn't, so I said, okay, what if I unequip it? Can I put the poison on it while it's in my menu? But no, I realize now it's just you can only have it on yourself, and I guess you can activate the poison and then switch around the weapons, but the effect will still be on you. So it's not like you are actually, it's just a simple buff. It's not tied to the actual weapon actually, even though that's how it should work. Okay, so yeah, this is my character. Anything I want here. So yeah, I mean this was all made it bad. I made a lot of mistakes, even though this wasn't like really a first time play because of the dwarf sons, but still I made so many mistakes. But yeah, I will learn from it, and yeah, I will not restart just because of these mistakes. I'm on easy difficulty, right? Yeah, there. So I have been not having problems. So yeah, just keep going. So I think I was moving around this stuff of mine. Yeah. Oh yeah, and the flask. I have now a flask, so I could make poison. Oh yeah, I'm not keeping track of stuff at all. Okay.
Here.
It all is there. Yeah, I mean that was stupid too, just going straight for the level 4 combat training when I don't need it. I should have picked literally anything else than that. Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah, here with Leliana I reach maximum spot, so let's increase this. Yeah, let's make this less cluttered. So yeah, Song of Valor, the archery skills, melee skills. Yeah, this should be here. This should be like here. And yeah, you know, these are tied to the keyboard, but with pausing the game, I don't really need to quick activate these. Okay, make it so like this. So let's try this out now. Okay. Oh, I see! Mana regeneration or stamina regeneration. So of course, for mages it's mana regeneration, for anyone else it's stamina regeneration, of course. Yeah. I thought you would have to pick from. When you click on it, you have to choose which one you want, but no. Okay.
'Tis you.
What? It's you?
What now?
So,
Right.
now everyone's have a increased space here. I mean, of course it takes out more of the screen, but yeah, this bottom part is really not important. Yeah, now with Morrigan, this is good, because now I can actually put all of these here. Still, I only want to use the lesser ones, because of course they will get less useful as the more powerful we get higher levels. because they will refill just smaller portions of our maximum health and mana. Morrigan can use the flask too, to make health poultice. The Mabari Crunch, which we don't anymore need. Wait, so that fog is now... Oh, and we have 6 flasks? How did we got 6 flasks? Was there 6 flasks in the box? I'm getting all the questions. So yeah. Yeah, there is the Mabari Crunch. So yeah, I don't need that anymore. Yeah, and I crafted it using these the deep mushroom and air fruit. So yeah, that's a waste. So I have 6 flasks. How did I got to there? Yeah, at least unlike how now these are completely in waste, because we have the exact same with Leliana. At least the poison making skill, both we have it. At least you do require to have at least level 1 to apply the poison. So I guess one of us still can go and go for the maximum one, so we can make the best poisons. And then the other one with level 1, I hope still can use, the best one. I mean, level 1 is required to be able to use it, if I understand it. Yeah, many mistakes has been made.
What is it?
If you must.
Okay. So yeah, this is good. So I was... Plus 3 neutral, Leliana 0 neutral, Morrigan is plus 21. Okay, oh yeah, there are armors. Oh yeah, she can... Oh yeah, I was checking out the skills and abilities. Character traits, I just looked here, not here. Wow, she have 18 strength. That's... Morrigan 14, 26, and I am just 13. I am the weakest of the party, so yeah, I need to put some extra strength in there. It will help with the melee, and I will not be, the weakest of the party. I'm granted I am not a muscular man in real life too, but yeah. And I never valued strength higher than other physical attributes. So I wasn't physical or mental or any other. I don't know. What I mean to say, I never valued strength higher than, for example, mental or attributes. Oh yeah, I have been recording for 50 minutes. This will be a pain to upload to YouTube, and I am getting just tired, and my commentary is just plummeting. I can feel it. But yeah, armor. Oh, but this is medium armor, which will reduce effectiveness with the talents. I don't have anything better. Oh yeah, and what she have? Chantry robe. She have leather boots. And the Seeker's Circle. +1 cunning and mental resistance. And the Ant Hunch Digger. So yeah, she have no dual weapon skills whatsoever, so she's purely archer. These are more like self-defense talents. But she doesn't come with any bow. Now that's the problem. I have no other bows. I just sold some crappy short bows, but luckily Alistair still have these, and he doesn't really need these. So yeah. Especially now, if now I have 2 dedicated ranged attackers, then Alistair really needs to be the tank. Okay, but yeah, once again, if I had, if it was in my mind that okay, I will beat Meliana, I should not have just said everything I had, but that's okay, I will learn. Okay, so Leliana, you can have the bow. And for self-defense, I am thinking she only have a dagger. Yeah, I thought that's a sword in the intro, but no. She have absolutely no dual weapon training. And in my inventory of weapons, I have the balanced greatsword that I didn't sort. So, you know what, Leliana? How about I give you this? For self-defense, in case. You don't need strength for that. I mean, you are not having strength enough for the Chosin Floodblade, you will have 2 strength for that, but I have the Balance Grid, so that have no strength requirement. So yeah, in case you have to defend yourself in a melee. Here, use this gigantic sword. Okay. But yeah, you really should not. And then armor, yeah, I don't have anything better than, yeah, you can. Oh yeah, and Leliana's hopes, I could remove them. But here's the thing, and I told this to Laura yesterday, that I have an in-universe explanation so for why we see Morrigan without clothes, or at least without her robes. There was still some clothes on her, that she can transform into a spider. And all we see is that she's just popping out the existence and the spider pops in. And so my in-universe explanation is that, well, what happens with the clothes? So the clothes magically disappear when she's transforming, and so thus we saw her bits when that happened. And of course, another in-universe explanation, I never used the spider form in combat, but I did use it when I got Morrigan in my party in Flamet Hut, and I did use the spider shape there to experiment it out. And so in universe, Morrigan was just showing off her abilities back there to impress us. And when she did that, we saw her nitty bits. But with Leliana, I still have, the same power above her. I could remove her ropes and be an immature, silly child, but I won't do that because then I cannot see any in-universe justification for that, so I will not do that. I will still remove her ropes, right, but because I give her armor. But, you know, I presume in universe she just goes into a room. Or even a bathroom even, if we have such. And there she's changing her clothes. So yeah, so yeah, Lalian, I have this chainmail. There we go. Chainmail with leather boots. And good thing I don't have any hats for you. I would not have you any. And yeah, these shields are useless because I have because I would not hide your beautiful red hair anyway. So what else? Yeah, if she would have the dagger, I could give her a shield. But that's okay. Yeah, I could give her these boots. She had the strength exactly for that. But that's just a tiny bit more armor for 3 times the footage, so I won't. I could give Morgan the chantry rope. Oh. I mean, now there would be absolutely no in-universe explanation for that. The exact same enchant dagger was mine. So damage 11. Says 18 here. Strength modifier. So what if I give you sword? Because yeah, be now the dagger. Be reasonable about this. And give you a shield. Could give you the Skullsanga shield. Yeah, you have exactly the strength for it. And then that would be a gift too. I mean, the Warden Riku shield we picked up somewhere would be a gift for me, John the Grey Warden, but the Kuslan Guard shield is something I brought from Highever, from one of the dead soldiers, while the Shield of Highever, what I gave to Alistair, and she doesn't have the strength for it right now. Yeah, that's amazing idea, I love it. Yeah, so Alistair, originally I just borrowed him the Shield of Highever, but she's still having it, and yeah, I mean, we are not getting closer because I insulted his feeling with, and I said it's a efficient way to control the Templar, but still, I mean, we have been, you know, spending time with each other, so I'm more and more leaning towards yeah, you can keep the shield. At least you are a good warrior companion, and don't forget that yeah, you could take charge, and yet you leave me to be in charge. So yeah, here, take this shield. The same thing with Leliana. She came here to help us, and so yeah, you will need a better armor than your robes, and so yeah, I gave you this longbow that Alistair has been using with not much success, and some ice magic arrows. And yeah, take this armor. You will need this, and since you are only having a dagger, why don't you use your other arm using my shield of Rusland? Yeah. Yeah, these are all inferior to that. Well, it have entire one more defense. It have a little bit more footage, but better missile deflection. So yeah. Yeah, I think this is a better shield. And yeah, it's my shield. I mean, it's a Kuslan Guard shield. So yeah, it's not the shield of Higher. It's not that personal, but still, it's coming from me directly. Cool. So yeah, it's not as cool as that, but she cannot use that too. So yeah, have the Higher symbol. Awesome! I'm loving it. And I have been thinking about the enchanted clothes. Accessories, I'm knowing. You know what? You know what? She has been around here, and she said that she managed to evade attention, but then one of the Templars said, I am watching you. And so now that Leliana is out of her robes, or out of her chantry clothes, she have the robes, she have the chantry clothes. You know what? We could ask Morrigan, hey, these clothes you have not only are pretty rough looking, and you have been with your wizard stuff and everything, you have been causing attention on you, and also just by the revealing nature of your clothes you are putting more attraction on our little group than anything else. So you know what? We would prefer if you would wear these chantry clothes. You would be less, way less suspicious looking. So yeah. Awesome. Awesome. I just made Morrigan wear Leliana's chantry clothing. Oh yeah. And yeah, I know these have nothing. Where's Morrigan? No armor. Morrigan's have no armor too, but have magic. So yeah, that's that. But yeah, this is not for combat, this is just for role-playing, and yeah, your piece of wood, magic staff, that's very revealing too. How about we unequip it? There, you look like most normal person. You have these yellow eyes, which I think are chasing, but well, there have been chasing people running away from the south, so yeah, you could be just say you one of them. And why are we in chantry clothing then? Well, we can figure out any story, but yeah, you are definitely way less suspicious looking this way. Okay. No.
Please, we came here to get away.
Yes?
No, we don't discuss anything personal here with the others.
What do you need? Ask away.
Okay, so hi, Leliana.
Yes?
Ah, she says yes too. I would like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Okay, this vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in.
You dreamed of the blight.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rose bush in the corner had flowered.
Oh.
Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
Aww. And this made you want to help me.
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
Right. Yeah, I suppose I could not sit by either.
That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
Aww.
Yes?
What do you know of this
Lothering? I think it started as a settlement by the river, and then grew when it became the place where two roads met. There are always people in Lothering, but many are just passing through.
Okay.
Yes? Well, here I am.
What was life like?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending.
Oh.
That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
How so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your idea, sorry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Aww.
Yes?
Anything more?
Here I am.
What would someone like you be doing there?
What is meant by someone like me?
Ah, you know, a beautiful, charming woman like yourself.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique, because then they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
What about your fruit? Is it forbidden? Those initiates can't have been more lovely than you.
Flatterer. I, however, did not take vows, and so perhaps I am not as enigmatic. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
Affirmed?
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the Chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
So, your skills were learned before your time in the Chantry?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais.
Oh,
Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
Yeah, especially... Oh, +6! Especially if you are such a beautiful woman, then indeed you better pick up some self-defense skills. And then Codex... new Codex entry, corrupt there. Leliana. Oh. A lay sister of the Chantry. I'm not sure what a lay sister is. Who can beat the stuffing out of trained mercenaries. Would be notable enough. But one who also claims to have been sent to fight the Darkspawn by the Maker himself. Unusual, to say the least. Spent much of her life as a bard, knowledge, minstrel, assassin, and spy. Employed by the nobles of Royax? That sounds French. So probably, yeah, one thing I learned about French from my baby Laura, don't pronounce the last couple letters. Royal, probably, I don't know. In their elaborate games of intrigue. So that's the bard. I took the bard is someone who sings, like the ability she have. So, like in taverns, like we are in. So it's minstrel, assassin, and spy. Well, she was probably then more like the minstrel part. Okay. Okay, so weed out the bandits. Anything new? No? Anything I forgot? There is definitely stuff I forgot because I am such a dumbo. So yeah, I don't remember how did I got the 7 flask. So 6 flasks. Was there 6 in the box? Anyhow, this means that I can make some stuff. Well, I have more than enough health poultices. So I can make more. And no need for the Mulberry Crunch. So I guess I should make more poisons then. Yeah, I have 3 of these. And I have 1 more death wood, so yeah, let's just make it. Okay. And then I have 5 more flasks. Okay. So, oh yeah, the tactics, how could I forget? I don't know about this one. How about I just clear this? Because yeah, unlike this one that I can use without switching to melee weapon, it seems like. This one is, yeah, it says no melee weapon equipped, so I don't want. Potentially I am using the archer skills and I am attacked melee to switch out just to use this. So yeah. At least these are good. Then on Morrigan. Drain life if we are getting damage. Surrounded by enemies, Mind Blast. Big attacks, horror. And any enemy just use Winter Grasp because that's very useful. One thing I'm not sure, but now, yeah, maybe I should experiment it out. This Mind Blast, yeah, that it says range personnel. I'm not sure what it means. Oh, it did a circle. Oh, range personnel. Caster projects a wave of telekinetic force that stuns enemies caught in the spare. Yeah, aha, I see. So I thought that it's a range personnel, as in I have to be standing next to it, but no, it activates around her in a radius. Aha. And that's more useful than I thought. Then you go closer to the number 1 spot, which I think the most useful ability is go to the left. Yeah, I think then this is on par with the Winter's Grasp, which freezes solid, and this stuns. So yeah, this is more useful. And the lightning is just a great damaging move. Okay. And about Leliana, these are set up.
Speak.
Oh yeah, with Morrigan, I don't actually need to unequip weapon, right? I can just switch to the other slot. Yeah. Can just switch to the other weapon set, and so it disappears. Great. And yeah, Alistair doesn't have other weapon sets, so be careful not to switch to that. Well, I guess I can give him this blade. Yeah, so that I cannot do the error that he is accidentally unarmed and have to punch the enemy. I think I did that once in the first one too. So yeah, how about just give a weapon to him? I mean, not having the shield and not having the shield abilities should be useful enough if I forget him in this stance, so yeah. And you have this and the balls. Okay.
Yes?
Okay, then we are settled then. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are. Any more to talk?
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Why did you decide to come
My
here?
mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Aww. Was she not happy in Orlais?
She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it though.
Wait.
Val Royeaux was so vibrant, colorful. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecilie let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecilie than my mother.
It just clicked on me. It just clicked on me. By the way, Orlais is was pronounced by Laliana. I was in my head it was like all lies, like Hungarian. And then I saw the Val Royeaux in the text in the chantry, and I didn't know what to make of it. And I was, it's seems like French. But now she said only out loud, and then the Val Royeaux whatever, and then Cecile. This just clicked on me. Orlais is France. Yeah, these are all French names. The way Orlais is pronounced, yeah, that's French. And then the Val Royeaux, whatever, is very French. And then Cecile, too, is a French name. Maybe it's not, just French, but it definitely, famously French. At least in my country, I would think Cecile is, I would, if I heard Cecile, my guess is that it's a name of French origin. So yeah, this just clicked on me. Orlais, France. I mean, at least, France in this setting, in this world. It's it's the equivalent, or, definitely, it's trying to go after that vibe. And so if there's so yeah, until now I was, thinking of this like it's, perfectly unique own entity. fantasy world. But now that there is this country we hear of, that's, it's now very French sounding. Now I do wonder if Ferelden is based after another real life feudal country, because this is in feudal setting. And I have been curious about all of the laws, the noble laws. That the Tern is basically a duke, and I have been thinking about Alistair being a bastard, and if he is the son of Earl Aemon, then because he's an unrecognized bastard, he would have he have absolutely no possibility to inherit anything. So I have been thinking about that. Of course, this is a fantasy world, so who knows how much this follows real life. But I am a real life amateur historian. I've proclaim myself. At least I have approximate knowledge of many things in history. So I'm curious now if I can detect anything in Ferelden that is like other country. I mean, they all sounds a bit like Earl, which is a British or English title, not British. English. Oh, and Ferelden was under Orlais control, occupation, and the English and the French fought a lot. It was actually in the opposite way. The English took control of most of French over a period called the 100 Years' War, which is actually more than 100 years. Anyhow, the French, as far as I know, the French never took control of England, unless we think about the Normandy invasion, which is a very funny story, because I can talk about it hours. But the Normans were Vikings who settled in Normandy, France, and over time intermarriage with the French and basically intermingled in many ways, in culture too, and so the language became the French, and so they were Frenchicide Vikings basically. And then William, Duke of Normandy, invaded the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms and managed to beat them, conquer them, and then this French influence, this Frenchicide Viking influence of the Normans did a pretty massive cultural change in the Anglo-Saxon culture that was there. And basically by the mingling of the Anglo-Saxons, the Celtic people, and then the Normans, which are themselves are modified Vikings, they are French Vikings basically. This is from this cultural pot, is from where the English came from. So if we take the Normans as French, although they were not, they were Vikings who has been transforming into French, then that could have been taken as a French invasion, although they were never repaired in real life. Anyhow, I don't need to go into that. So it just clicked that Orlais is, the equivalent of fancy, and then it would make sense if we are the English equivalent. Okay. So and sorry, I did focus on what you said, and I did pay attention. So your mother was with this Orlais noblewoman, was a servant of her of some sort, and when they had to go away, she stayed with her. But and went to Orlais and missed Ferelden and then died not much after you born. So you don't remember your mother very well, but remember Lady Stratsil as your mother, or more than your mother. You were young, it is understandable.
Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was her scent. She kept dry flowers in her closet amongst her clothes. Small white Ferelden wildflowers with a sweet fragrance. Mother called them Andraste's Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on.
Ah, proofs.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
Do you miss anything about Orlais?
I miss Val Royeaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Val Royeaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Val Royeaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent.
It sounds wonderful.
Oh, it would take me a day or two to talk about the many splendors of Orlais, her golden fields, her lush meadows. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in Orlais.
Yeah, what sort of things?
Dresses, fine dresses and furs, and shoes, of course.
Shoes.
One can't mingle with nobility with bad shoes, you see.
Aha.
Orlais is very fashionable, almost ridiculously so. But the shoes, living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
Yeah, even more hint towards being France. Oh, I love shoes. That's the best option I can see here to say to her.
When I left Orlais, the fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring.
Oh, that sounds so lovely.
I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on. It was covered in pale blue silk with amber beads on the toe. The shoes made in Orlais were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
Aww. You don't need fancy shoes to make you beautiful.
Thank you. It's kind of you to say so, even wearing these mud-covered horrors. They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day.
Like me about history. Aww.
Yes? Something you need? Yes? What's on your mind?
You were a traveling minister. Do you have tales to share?
Of course I do. I love stories far too much to keep them to myself. Everyone should be able to benefit from them, I think.
Any stories from Orlais?
Of course, Orlesians enjoy telling stories. I shall tell you my favorite tale of Aveline, the Knight of Orlais.
Aveline. Sounds interesting.
A long time ago, a girl child was born to a farmer. He had hoped for a son, not a daughter, and so he told his wife to abandon the child in the woods.
Oh no.
Before the cold could claim her, The baby was found by a tribe of Dalish elves who took pity on the
So
poor
there are
maiden
Dalish elves there
and
too.
raised her as their own. Aveline, for that is what they called her, grew strong and quick and clever under the guidance of the elves. She learned to wield the sword as well as any man, could kill a deer with an arrow at 100 paces, and was as graceful on the back of a horse as she was on foot.
Continue.
Aveline's Dalish guardians saw that she could easily best any Orlesian chevalier in battle, and wanted to show the cruel humans the child they had left to die. They bestowed upon her a fine horse and armor, and sent her to prove herself to her people in the grand tourney. Now in those days, no woman was allowed to take up arms, let alone compete in the grand tourney, but Aveline kept her helmet on
Aha.
and was not discovered.
I did that same trick as a dwarf. Did she win?
Aveline won many events and gained the approval of the adoring crowd. Eventually, she came face to face with the knight Kaleva in the grand melee. Aveline had already bested him in the jousts, and Kaleva was determined not to lose a second time. Out of desperation to regain his honor, Kaleva tripped Aveline and tossed her to the ground, ripping off her helmet as he did so. Silence fell upon the arena as Aveline was revealed. Kaleva declared the previous competitions invalid. A woman had taken part, and this was not allowed. But the crowd cheered for Aveline. Kaleva was furious, for he had lost to a woman and was now being shamed. Blinded by his rage, he forced Aveline to her knees. "Know your place, woman," cried he, and slit her throat.
Oh no. That's terrible.
The son of the king, Prince Freyan, was present. He recognized Aveline's skill and bravery and began to see the injustice done to the women in his land. When he was made king, he rewrote the laws of Orlais so that women could also become chevalier. He honored
Also
Aveline
French
and
word.
knighted her after her death. And to this day, any female who is knighted reveres Aveline the Brave, for she is the patron of all women chevalier.
I see. Okay, any Ferelden legends?
I know one, told to me by my mother a long time ago. It always chilled me to the bone.
Yeah,
Maybe you
I heard
have
of
heard
Flemeth.
Ferelden mothers scare their daughters with talk of Flemeth. They say that if you're bad, Flemeth will spirit you away and bind you to her forever. They also say that Flemeth mourns her lost beauty and will steal yours through your looking glass if she catches you.
She was once beautiful, eh?
Flemeth's beauty was known throughout the land. She had hair like unto a moonless night, skin as pale as winter's first snow, and eyes as beautiful and perilous as the sea. When she came of age, she came to the attention of the Lord of Highever, Conobar, and he took her for his wife.
I didn't know that Conobar was from
soon
Highever.
learned that his young bride had the gift of magic. He kept this a secret, for he feared that she would be taken from him. Flemeth stayed with Conobar for some years, and with his blessing, she practiced her art. And then one day, a young poet named Osen came to the castle. Flemeth was captivated by Osen's voice, and he by her beauty, and they fell in love.
Oh, the plot thickens.
Flemeth longed to be with her true love, and she and Osen fled from Conobar's lands, seeking refuge in the Kokari wilds with the Chasing tribes. They lived there happily for many a year, till the day Flemeth received news that Conobar was dying and longed to see her face one last time. Flemeth's heart swelled with pity for the man who once was her husband, and begged Osen to return to Conobar's side with her. But when Flemeth and Osen entered Highever, they were captured by Conobar's men, and Osen was slain in front of Flemeth's eyes. Flemeth was imprisoned in the highest tower of the castle, there to await Conobar's judgment on her. Distraught at the loss of her love, Flemeth plotted revenge against her husband. She summoned a fey demon, intending for it to wreak vengeance on Conobar, but a spell went awry. The demon possessed Flemeth. Turning her into an abomination, the halls of the castle ran red with blood as Flemeth slaughtered Conobar and all his men. The last of Flemeth's humanity melted away, and at dawn, she stole back to the wilds to plot and scheme for 100 years. They say she took to her side many chastened men, and with their help, begat her daughter witches, who even now prowl the dark places of the Korcari wilds. A long time ago,
this is the same.
she learned to wield the sword as well as any man could. Now in those days,
but no, it
blinded by his rage, and to this day, any female who is knighted, Chantry law says it is man's pride that, in ages past, and their pride, they thought their magics in. So thinking, they invaded his golden city, but they were impure and full of sin. The Maker cursed them. Any land that was touched by the taint became blighted and would suffer no life. Instead, the Darkspawn arose to torment us and remind us of our hubris. Which one?
The Delish.
I have heard a little about how the elves gained their freedom from the Tevinter Imperium. When Andraste began her exalted march against the Imperium, the elves joined her cause to fight their masters. The great elven leader, Shatan, born in captivity, rose up to lead his people. He foresaw a future where the elves were free. Shatan was killed when Andraste was betrayed, but the elves continued to fight, eventually breaking free of the Imperium. The elves claimed the Dales in the south and settled there in the land of their own.
In the south? As far as we can see in our map, the south is the Korcari Wilds, but maybe that's just our part of the world. It didn't last.
The elves lived in the Dales for centuries. They resurrected the worship of the elven gods and would allow the building of no chantry. This angered the chantry, and the hostility between the two factions finally broke out in open war. The chantry says the elves struck first, but I do not know whether to believe it. The chantry declared a holy exalted march against the elves, named for Andraste's similar march against Tevinter. During the exalted march of the Dales, the elven cities were sacked, and the elven state completely dissolved. Some of the elves bitterly accepted their fates and surrendered to human rule, living in the human cities as second-class citizens. But others, still fiercely proud of their heritage, refused to bow to the humans, and instead became homeless wanderers. They were the elves of the Dales, the Dalish.
And about Andraste?
Andraste was the Maker's chosen. The Maker had long since abandoned the world when the sound of her singing turned his ear. Beauty, grace, and wisdom enraptured him, and he offered to take her from this flawed world to become his divine bride. But Andraste had an earthly husband and would not forsake him. Instead, she beseeched the Maker to return to his people once more. So earnest was her plea that the Maker was moved, and promised that he would create a paradise on earth if all abandoned their false gods and turned once more to him. And this is why Andraste began her exalted march on the idolaters of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker granted her his powers with which to smite her enemies. Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and her victories converted many to the worship of the Maker.
The exalted march, by the way, sounds like the Crusades, so, yeah. How did Andraste die?
Alas, it was the frailties of men that betrayed and killed Andraste. Her earthly husband, Maferath, a chieftain of the Alamari tribes himself, grew jealous as his wife's popularity and influence overshadowed his own. She was also revered as the Maker's betrothed, and Maferath began to see their own bond waning in significance as Andraste became ever more devoted to the Maker. Out of envy and spite, Maferath made a pact with the Archon Hysarian of Tevinter, allowing his beloved Andraste to be ambushed and captured. Andraste was burned at the stake in Minrathous, the capital of Tevinter.
Tevinter has a chantry, doesn't it?
The Tevinter chantry claims that in Andraste's last moments, Hessarian's heart softened, and he heard the voice of the Maker telling him to end her suffering. He plunged his sword into her heart, and as her blood washed over his hands, he became one of the faithful. Dissenters said that the Archon only converted because he could not stem the tide of Andraste's cult, and was forced to do so to stay in power. We will never know for sure.
Aha.
Beauty, grace, and wisdom.
Yeah,
Andraste brought the Imperium to its knees, and Andraste was burned at the stake in
why did
Minrathous,
the
the
Maker not
capital of
save
Tevinter.
her?
I have thought on this too. Did he withdraw his sight from her at that moment? Where were all the powers he bestowed upon her? This question has come to me many times, and I have no answer. Perhaps there was no way for Andraste to return to the Maker but through her death. We will never know for sure.
Okay, let's move on. Oh, Leliana approves. +5. Wow. Approval 17. And wait, now she doesn't have any text saying neutral or anything too. Like Morrigan, huh? Curious.
Yes? Something you need?
Anything, yes.
What's on your mind?
I heard that in Orlais, ministers are often spies, if you don't mind.
Where did you hear this?
I read it in a history book.
And did you not think that this could be historical fact and no longer true? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers.
Right.
But some of them are what we call bards.
I thought minstrels were bards.
Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are.
Aha. So a bard is a minstrel and more. Patron, what sort of patron?
Nobles mostly. In Orlais, there is much rivalry amongst the high
Not
lords.
like in Paris.
They fight over land, influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this
The
openly
Empress?
because it is impolite. And in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil.
Just like in Paris,
They
huh?
plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players.
All of these are pretty accusative. I would have preferred not to get to here. Let's just say you seem to know quite a bit about these bards.
And I should, shouldn't I, after having spent most of my adult life as one? You've guessed as much, I'm sure. But does it really matter what I was? What's past is past.
I see. Yeah, these are two prying. Obviously she is trying to avoid talking about it. So I don't want to pry. So that's where you learn to fight like that.
My skills served me well. But the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry. And when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
Oh, she approves. Okay, that's a relief. I was worried she would not like that I even asked. But yeah, asking
Something
without prying was okay. Oh, can you teach me to be a bard?
That's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Oh, when she gave me did I become a bard? No, I didn't. Okay, I had just unlocked the skill. The possibility to be a bard. Okay. Wow, that was great. Morgan's sister and Alistair is Templar. Wow, so she just teach me. So I could be a bard if I want to be. But yeah, once again, it would make no sense. Both of us have the same specialization. It is still the same.
There are always people in Lothering, but yes? Something you need?
Anything else?
Yes?
Anything new here?
What's on your mind?
Okay. Okay, so, wow, we learned quite a lot from Leliana.
Yes?
And with Morrigan we have discussed something personal, so I would rather not with the others. Since, you know, it's personal. So yeah, I'm having great fun, and it's a 2-hour recording, so it will take forever to upload. But that's okay. So yeah, this is the end then. I'm so happy things turning out so well, and I'm overall playing with Morrigan, having the chance recruiting and no mage weapon out. And yeah, Leliana, I gave you the Shield of Fire. Yeah, cool. I'm loving this. Alright, let's end the recording here. I love you, my baby Laura. And everyone else, see you later. Bye bye.